Do you want to be someone else? If so, I think I can help. This is Storyville, and my name is Professor Jackson Holbrook. I've been making potions for years now, and this is Potions 101. Now, let's get ready to make some potions, shall we? Today, we'll be crafting one Polyjuice Potion. A traditional recipe of a Polyjuice Potion calls for 1 shredded boomslang skin, 2 knotgrass, 2 dashes of fluxweed, 1 lacewing, leeches, and lastly powdered bicorn horn. Now, considering most of the shops are a little bit empty at the moment, I've had to make do with some alternate ingredients, and I'm going to use them today to teach you how to make our potion. Now, we don't have any cauldrons to boil our troubles in, so today we're going to be using a different magical method. I call it enforced oxidization, or other people call it shaking. So, to make this potion today, you will require a set of shakers. You can use anyone that suits you, French, Boston, original, whatever works. First, we need to infuse our shredded boomslang skin. Now, I haven't got any boomslang, but the skin of a kiwi fruit holds the same magical properties. So, substitution for half a kiwi should do well. Our kiwis are quite small, so I'm going to use a full one today. Take your smaller shaker, squeeze it in, and there you are. As for the leeches, the body of the kiwi has the same consistency, so 1 full kiwi should work just well. For the use of knotgrass and fluxweed, we will be using a healthy serving of basil. 3 leaves should do the trick, ripped in half into our smaller shaker. Now, when working with fresh potion ingredients, you would normally need to perform a strength spell to muddle and break down the physical components of the drink. But, as you saw, as I crushed the kiwi and ripped apart the basil, we should get enough muddling from within the shake once we start shaking it to break it down. Next up, we need the fresh juice of lacewing flies. Now, lacewing flies hold no magical property whatsoever, and they're just in the drink for their taste. So, I think 22 mils of our lime juice should do us just fine. Always freshly squeezed lime juice. Now, I did bring my own bicorn horn from home, but I know most of you can't actually do that, as not everyone has access to a bicorn. So, if you can source some ginger liqueur, that should hold the same properties as some of our bicorn horn. Today, I'm using Domaine de Canton. This will have the same skin calling effect as some of the bicorn horns. You simply want to use 15 mils into our drink. Simply a dash of simple syrup, around 10 mils. Simple syrup is a 1-to-1 ratio of boiling water and sugar. There's nothing magical about it, it's just tasting nice. And then, lucky last, we're going to use 45 mils of the Queen's Beefeater gin. Again, nothing magical about that, but who doesn't like a nice cup of gin? So, we have all the ingredients prepped, so now we have to be careful. We're going to add some ice into our mix. You have to act fast because ice dilutes fast. Fill your smaller shaker with ice, put the large one on top, and then ready to shake. Ensure you have a tight seal, and that's why you need to slam it nice and hard. Always put the ingredients in the smaller of your 2 shakers so you can slam the bigger one on top, and make sure you don't keep talking when your ice is in there because the ice is brewing the potion, and if you leave it to brew for too long, it's going to ruin it. So, 8 to 10 seconds of a hard potion brew. After that 10 seconds, you should see a bit of a chill coming on the outside of your shaker, and when you feel it, it's almost too cold to touch, and that's when you know you've got around -8 to -10 degrees. Slam it on the kink, and the small tin will come loose, and then the potion's ready for serving. But because we use raw proper ingredients, we need to take a special precautionary step to make sure you don't get any glug inside your drink. This is something one of my colleagues invented. They call it a glug extractor, or as I heard other people call it, a fine mesh strainer. You simply want to put a hawthorn strainer, which is a heavy strainer, on the large end of your tin, and then strain it into the smaller tin. This should take a while to strain out, because if you've done it right, there should be a large amount of glug, kiwi, basil in the bottom of your glug extractor. And once you're sure you've got no more left inside the shaker, give it a tap, and now you're ready to serve. Now, in my potions class, we always serve in a potions bottle. The inclusion of 1 basil leaf, and then the most important ingredient of all. Now, a good potion master can never tell you where he sources his hair from, but feel free to source it from anyone close to you. But be careful, most witches and wizards don't like being poked and prodded for their hairs. And then, you have 1 Polyjuice Potion. Now, I do understand that most witches and wizards at home may not have access to their own potions kit, which is fine. I've got 2 simple alternate solutions for you. If you do not have access to a potions bottle, you may simply include it into a rocks glass, with basil leaf floated on top, and then the inclusion of your hair. Or, if you want to be a little bit more unique, you can simply remove your basil leaf, a spoon, and then for long-term usage, storage in a mason jar also works. And then you have 1 Polyjuice Potion. The lime really cuts through this one. You can feel the balance of the sweetness of the ginger and the almost sweetness of the kiwi. And get a really soft juniper gin aftertaste. This is the kind of drink where you take 1 sip and, my apologies, the kind of potion where you take 1 sip and the entire thing's gone. Ooh. So, thank you for attending Potions 101. My name's Professor Jackson Holbrook and this is in Storyville. I hope to see you in my class sometime when school reopens soon, but until then, enjoy your potions.